Hey, welcome back to my corner of YouTube. So small, in fact, that only about 400 of you have been able to find it. My grandma had a saying, when the zombie hordes arrive at your door, it's time to break out the double-barrel shotgun. Not sure what she meant by that. She used it as the closing to her toast at my cousin's wedding. Got a few secrets I want to share with you. First one, I've never, ever put together a model before. Or a Gundam for that matter. I don't know what I was expecting when I opened this, but everything was written in Japanese and it looked like some electrical manual, and it really freaked me out for a little bit. But after much studying, I persevered. And then I dove in with all 12 of my pseudopodial extremities. Okay, secret number 2. The Overlord is no longer with us. In his exile, his consciousness was carefully placed into a zip file on my computer. My kids are really big into Minecraft and they were trying to work on a mod. They needed to free up a little bit of space and they saw this file that looked like it didn't do much, so they just deleted it. Oopsie! To be honest, it feels like I just got out of a really abusive relationship because I've been really worried about what he thought of me, and then all of a sudden he's just not there anymore. It's like this huge weight have been just lifted off me. It's kind of liberating, actually. This part of the build was pretty straightforward. I just, followed the directions and snapped it all together. Everything fit together really nice. Some of the parts were really, really tiny. Almost too small for my big beefy hands. Time for secret number 3. Ready? The hardest part of making these videos is the voiceover. I can see why some of those channels have no voiceover whatsoever, it's just music. I always have to worry about the inflection of my voice, go back and listen to it, see if I stuttered or not. It's really time consuming. I did not mean for this build to be a full-fledged video. I just meant it to be a 2 or 3 minute long assembling, unboxing of a Gundam, and then things went sideways really fast. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole, found a lot of tutorials on how to weather this thing, and one thing led to another. Yeah, I went off the deep end real quick. I purchased a couple of these emery boards. I got some lower grit, and then I got a couple with higher grit. I use the finer emery board to get rid of these little plastic teeth mark things. I don't know. Is there a proper name for that? I don't know. Somebody out there who's been doing models for a while, can you let me know if that thing has a name? Anyway, and then I looked at the box, and the box had a picture of the Gundam that was weathered, so I just took the emery boards and just I ruined it. I just started scratching the fire out of it. And upon closer inspection, I come to find out that it actually looked better. As I was disassembling it to weather it, I took this opportunity to glue some of the parts together that made sense. I didn't glue all of it together because I still wanted it to be posable, but I didn't want it falling apart completely in my hand into a million pieces either, so I wanted it to be somewhat touchable. So here's a leg that I have not scuffed up yet. Notice how shiny it is, and then here is the scratched up version. I think this one is just 110% better. When scuffing it up, I made sure to use all 4 grits pretty randomly, and I made sure, especially when I was with the lower grits, that I did it not just in 2 directions. I did in all different directions, so some of the scratches go up and down, some go left and right, some are diagonally. I think it made it look more believable. After I assembled it, I was pretty shocked about how good just a simple scratching made it look. Almost look like it was out of a comic book. Like just classic scratches all over it. Alright, so plan B of this video was this was where I was going to end. I was supposed to end it before I scratched it, and then I scratched it, and then I was going to end it here. And then I started watching more videos on how to weather this thing, and I went even more off the deep end, and I thought I bit off more than I can chew because I'm not that good with painting yet, and I think I broke it down into pretty easy steps, and I think I mastered it. Let me know what you think, but I will break it down in steps for you so that you can master weathering this stuff too. So step 1, emery boards, scratch the fire out of it. I need to stop starting all of my statements with the word so. It's so hard. Anyway, right here, I am practicing on weathering with the shield because I figured if I goofed up on the shield, I wouldn't have to include it in the video. I thought I goofed up a couple times, so I just took a wet wipe and wiped off the paint while it was still wet and just started over. I ended up using a little bit of sponge and just dabbed it in a few different shades of brown, and then took this really, really fine paintbrush and kind of connected all the little rusty spots. So now I'm trying out just a little bit of a wash. I thought I was done with the shield, so I went ahead and did a burnt umber wash over it. I think it looks pretty good. I did a couple other things that I learned on the fly, and then I went back and corrected those on the shield, and I think it just added another layer to it. Step 2 is a little sponge. Dab it, make sure there's not too much paint on it, dab it onto a napkin or something to get most of the paint off, and just dab little rusty spots. And then I alternated between a couple different shades of brown. I had a darker brown. I didn't do a burnt umber because I knew I was going to do the wash with that, but I did a darker brown, and then I did an orangey reddish brown. So I had a little bit of variation. And then over the top of those, for the big spots, I painted black over, so you can see brown on the outside. It was blacker on the inside. A mistake that I made that I didn't realize until later on in the build was I was spending a lot of time making sure meticulously that I was dragging the brown down and that it was fading, like the rust color was dripping down the leg. As I went on through the other steps that you'll see in just a little bit, all that detail, it looked good, but it was lost in under all the other layers of stuff that I did. So it was just a waste of time in the end. I can't remember. Is this step 3? 2.5? I think it's 2.5. I'm not yet to step 3. I painted silver over those black spots, but I made sure to leave just the tiniest bit of black on the outside of the silver. It looks like those chips have gotten all the way down to the metal underneath. I found that as this progressed and I saw how awesome this was going to look, I could see the finished product. This was just so satisfying to me. I love doing this. It was time consuming, but I lost myself in this part right here. Showing off my handiwork after the end of step 2.5. As you can see, all these chips are all over it. Kind of makes it look like a zombified Gundam. almost, like the guts are exposed. Then we go into step 3. This is the burnt umber wash. This is where it really starts to all come together. I can't remember. I think I went over the whole thing twice with the washes, and I made sure that the wash got down inside the cracks really well. So I've been experimenting with how to make a decent wash. I settled on water, a drop or two of just soap, and then just the tiniest little squirt of rubbing alcohol inside of it to help it dry faster. That seemed to work really well. And then you mix in your color of choice, of course. And that brings us to step 4. Is it 4? I went to the local hobby store and I found these earth toned pastel chalks. I don't want to say the name of the store because I don't want to get in trouble, but it rhymes with Schwabby Wobby. Anyway, I went to the actual model department and I found some rusting dust. And it was like $25. And then I went around to the other art supplies and I found these, and these were $8. And I just figured I would I thought at the time I was just going to crush them up. But then I broke a rule. I opened the package and I rubbed my finger across it. And I saw how easy it comes off of my finger. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to grab some makeup applicators from the makeup section of another store. And I bought these Q-tip things that were actually makeup applicators. I said that twice. Anyway, and I just found one of the shades that I like, and I just rubbed it on the chalk and then rubbed it all over the place. And the dust settled into those cracks, into those scratches that I had scratched previously, and just really highlighted all that damage that I made. And it blew my socks off. It just looked phenomenal. Thoughts about this? I love this. This blew my socks off. I did not think I was going to enjoy putting this together as much as I did. I love the finished product. I love the process. I will do this again. I'm gonna do a lot of them. In fact, I don't think I don't want this to be a Gundam channel, but I'm gonna do this again because I enjoyed it like that much. If you like this, please let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Share this with somebody that you know that would like to watch this. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Try to boost the algorithm. Something else that you could do to help me out is I have a tip jar. This Gundam was kind of pricey. They're not cheap. I do not have a Patreon yet. I'm not there with my viewership yet to want to devote that kind of time to it. But my tip jar, you can drop me a 1, a 5, a 10, and I promise you all of the proceeds will go directly back into building supplies to make this channel better and better and better. I've thought about a list of needs that I would like. I would like better lights. I would like actual camera and not have to shoot and film this whole thing on my phone. I would like some software to edit that footage off of the camera with. I would like some software some actual software so that I can make my own music, because I really enjoy doing that. And if you donate just a little bit of money, I can actually start making some of those dreams reality. That would be just fantastic. All right, I'm done with the sales pitch. At the very minimum, just hit the like the thumbs up, and tell me the name of your very first pet in the comments below, please. That would be amazing. And then we go into the money shots. I shot this outside because I thought the light would be better. I completely underestimated the heat, and just after a few minutes, I was sweating to death. So I had to grab everything and run back indoors and finish the rest of the money shot. Thank you all subscribers for your time and patience while I figure out this whole YouTube algorithm thing. Y'all are the best. I love commenting back to y'all, interacting with y'all. Y'all are the best. I guess I'll let y'all go while y'all finish watching the money shots. I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, bye.